Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. Yes, in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button. Yesterday, we did a giveaway for a portfolio review at 50,000 likes. So today, if we get this live stream to 60,000 likes, we will do another giveaway. So make sure to spam that like button, hit that share so other people can spam the like button. Let's get into it. As of the time of recording, Bitcoin is sitting at $109,800. And I said a daily body close above 110,000. We're right there, ladies and gentlemen. We are right there. Would put us at a clear breakout from the bull flag. And we're about to put in, if you don't already count this as a higher high, it is debatable, but you could almost count this as a higher high. If not, it's right there. And once we get a clean break from this bull flag, 118 is my bare bones target. 138 is my highest probable target, and it could take us all the way to $207,000. I want to see what we're looking like on the daily. Yeah, so when we look on the daily, this is clearly we're sitting at 109,400. So yeah, a daily body close at about 110,000 to me puts us getting a clean breakout of this bull flag. We're still following the ABC correction. We're still following this fractal, and I have no reason to abandon it as of where it stands right now. So I'm very encouraged with it. I want to pump the brakes a little bit. I don't want to get too hyperbolic. I don't want to be too crazy about things, but I am excited. I am encouraged where we are at right now. Ethereum is looking primed. I agree. Let's go into Ethereum. We'll look at XRP, and then we'll get into your guys' questions, comments, concerns. Again, if we get this live stream to 60,000 likes, we will do another game giveaway. So make sure to spam that like button and hit that share. Now, we're looking on the 5-hour, but I said a clean breakout, or not breakout. Breakout is the wrong word. A clean confirmation of this was a bear trap right here, which is what I think, that this is a bull flag bear trap back into the range would be about 2,600. That's basically where we're at. Now, we haven't got a full body daily close there, but we did get to 2,635. So I would like to see a full on daily body close at about 2,600 to really feel good about it. But looking at where we're at right now, we're sitting at 2,590 for the daily body. This is about as close as it gets to being confirmed. I'm pretty sure that this is confirmed. I'm not willing to call it just yet, but it looks very, very good. And this is what we talked about last week. We talked about this a lot, actually. And the next target for Ethereum is going to be about 2,900 to 3,000. And that would be at the top of the range again. And just like Bitcoin, we will see. Does it have enough gas to actually break free? Does it have enough gas to actually get out of this or not? If it does, 3,300, 7,200, and 12,000. Those are my high, medium, lows. But I am encouraged with Ethereum. I think it's performing very well. I don't want to get too hyperbolic about it. Looking at XRP, though, this has already been confirmed as a bear trap, and we've already put in a higher high at this point, as well as 2 higher lows. So this XRP looks really, really good. Small target is $2.42. I think we're going to go there. Back test the prior range back to about 220, 225, somewhere in that target before really making a push higher and taking out this height over here. And ultimately, over the course of the year, my targets are $5, $8, and $12. Bitcoin closed to an all-time high, but why are alts still in a downtrend? Because that's what it's going to be until Bitcoin dominance really starts to roll over. As of the time of recording, DXY is still getting crushed. I'm having a little bit of a green day, but what I anticipate is kind of the same that we've been doing, and that is basically coming back up to this what was support, testing it as resistance, and then rolling back over again. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 65.2%. We haven't quite put in a lower low yet, although you could classify this as a lower low. And we've put in 2 lower highs at this point. So we'll see. Is this the end? I don't want to be too hyperbolic. You know what I mean? But we are at the beginning of the end, whether it's like right now or it's in the coming weeks. I am excited, encouraged where we're at, and I do think that the next phase, Bitcoin getting to 118,000, that is when the euphoria is going to start, one way or the other. All right, he says, number 1, Savage reporting for duty. What is up, brother? What's up, Cole? Good to see you, bro. Glad you're here in the flesh. Good evening. I am the moderator for this live stream. Please don't spam the chat. Show respect throughout the live and hit that like button. Thanks, Redemption. Hey, Big Daddy and no homo. Roman says, how can you do a portfolio review if you're wrong about everything? What was I wrong about, Roman? What have I been wrong about? What have I been wrong about? What have I been wrong about? I'm not even going to give that my energy. I'm not even going to give that my prana. I would put my track record against anybody. In fact, I'm just patient. That's the difference between me and you. I've been in this game for a decade, and I don't expect to have everything happen to me tomorrow or I'm screwed. That's the difference between me and you. And what I try to teach is patience. That's what most people are lacking. That's what you're lacking. You're 99% wrong. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I've called 8 of 9 bottoms on the day with video evidence. Okay? I gave you this target at 74K with video evidence. I gave you the Ethereum. This was last week.
He got everything wrong. How can you do portfolio reviews if you get everything wrong?
Literally, tell me one crypto creator that has a better track record than me. I will wait. Period. Here was last week. I told you getting back to 2,600 would be confirmation of a bear trap. Like, bro, I'm not even going to entertain your nonsense, to be honest with you, bro. I'm not even going to entertain your nonsense. If you're wrecked and you're impatient, just say that. If you suck at trading and you're impatient, just say that and move on. Sir, didn't hear the question. Hey, can we see 4K for ETH in the next couple of weeks? Next couple of weeks is pushing it. I don't know if that's going to be in the cards. Let's get to the top of the range before we start calling for 4K. I do think that 4K is a super plausible target, but a couple of weeks, I don't know about that. We need to break out of this before we go that. Bot account, yeah. Bro's wrecked. I haven't seen Roman in months. Bro. It's good to see you. I haven't seen him in months. We're not bearish enough for you to be coming in here trolling. All right? He hasn't been wrong. People just don't know how to listen. Yeah, literally. That's what happens for real. Is people listen to me and they listen to everybody else. And what I tell you to do is make your own analysis. That's what I tell you to do. Come on, close above 110 today, please. Literally. Have a good fourth, boy. Enjoy. Bro, enjoy the farm and stay away from the goats. Is Algorand safe? I think Algorand is safe. XRP going to dump. To where? You think we close above 110 today? It's looking like it. I don't want to be too hyperbolic here, but it's looking like it. I mean, we're at 109.8. We're about as close. We're about as close as we can be without actually being there as possible. 110 fake out bull trap. 100K trade talk won't be disclosed between Trump and others. Maybe. We'll see. That's why I'm saying too, like I'm saying this now. Listen, I don't think that that's a crazy analysis. What I'm saying now is I want to pump the brakes a little bit. We're at the top of the range. We haven't had a clean breakout just yet. That's the fact of the matter. But we have been following this fractal. And until we abandon it, I'm not going to abandon it. Says you have a better track record than that archetype, dude. Appreciate it, brother. ETH to 4K. My targets for Ethereum are 3,300, 7,200, and 12,000. Those are my targets for Ethereum. Hold on 1 second, y'all. When you said it would be, bro, you said we were going below, bro, I'm not hearing your nonsense today. You said we were going below 70K. I haven't seen you in months. I haven't seen you since April. I have not seen you since the April bottom, and now you're coming in here trolling. I have not seen you since the April bottom, and now you're coming in here trolling. Not doing it, bro. Not doing it today, brother. No siree. No siree. There you go. Can you look at ADA? Yes, 2468. But let's look at ADA. Let's get the targets for ADA. I haven't seen Roman since 74K. Bro is wrecked. All right, let's look at ADA. NVIDIA, don't pay attention. What's the daily close right now? Pat's World, thank you for the hat and mustache. Yeehaw! That's crazy that it goes even in the corner like that. I appreciate you, brother. Probably broken, frustrated. Definitely one of those for sure. Pay no attention to a man behind the curtain. Yeah, literally. Roman's attitude goes to show this rally is hated. It's good to see you freaking out. No, literally, I haven't seen him. He was a faithful watcher of the channel around 74K. Around 74K, my man was a faithful watcher of the channel. Have not seen him not one time since then. So good to see you, Roman. Good to see you, bro. No flowers for that call. No flowers for that call. When's the daily close, you savage? You know, I don't actually know what time the daily body close is. We could look that up. Thoughts on Flux? I really like Flux. Bro, you know his thoughts on Flux, too. He to the Fluxin' moon. Will the passing of the big, beautiful bill make money printer go burr? Yes, I think so. I think that's a 8 p.m. Eastern time. There you go. Thank you for that. That would be good info. 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. There you go. So it won't be during this live stream. Ski, in your opinion, is ICP a crypto for solid, long-term hold like Chainlink? I think so. I think, yes. I think you could definitely make an argument that ICP could make a place in your kid's portfolio. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Cole says, appreciate all the lives and the hard work. Thank you for the $2 donation, brother. I appreciate you. All right, what was I looking at before I got distracted? I think I was looking at ADA. That's right. By the way, there is an ADA ETF pending approval. So, and, you know, ADA has 1/10 of the market cap. 1/10 of the market cap of Bitcoin. And we think about what happened with Bitcoin and the ETF. It went from 30K all the way to 110K after the ETFs were approved. And listen, it's not going to take that much liquidity to make ADA do. It's going to take literally 1/10 of the liquidity to do the same sort of numbers. So to me, this has the exact same setup. We've been talking about this ad nauseum. This is super macro right now, and then we'll go micro with it. But this has the exact same setup as Bitcoin back in 2013 through 2017 with your markdown, accumulation, sign of strength, back test, move higher, back test again. Then you have in the micro, what we have is Wyckoff accumulation, selling climax, secondary test, You could call this your spring. And what I would like to see is taking this out right here. That would be a clean reversal of $25 billion market cap. My God, what is going on with my... so there you go. Retracement is $90 billion market cap, and parabolic is $271 billion market cap. And I don't think that that's a crazy target at all, especially considering like the amount of money that's going to flow into ADA with these ETFs is going to be crazy. Is going to be crazy. Ski, don't let the haters distract you from... Yeah, no, I wasn't distracted. I was just making sure that he couldn't like hijack the entire live stream. Do you think if someone had 9,000 ADA, would that be enough for life-changing? What do you need for life-changing money? You know what I mean? So what is my target? I'm going to give you my probability. So I think the highest probability for ADA is my highest probability target. So $2, $4, $6, $8. Let's go with $4. Okay, let's play this out. 4 times 9,000. $36,000. Is that life-changing money for you? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. So that's the highest probability. And the highest, my most parabolic case is going to be $8. So 8 times 9,000 is 72,000. So I think somewhere between 36,000 and 72,000, that is what 9,000 ADA is going to get you, which is really good, especially where we're at right now. And you have still time to accumulate. But I don't know if that's life-changing money. For some people, maybe it is. Maybe it is life-changing money. Like if you're struggling to, get by, I think that is life-changing money. If you can't afford, it definitely sets you up for something. I do think like your first 100,000 saved is the hardest to get. And then it becomes exponentially easier after that. Does it concern you that Bitcoin volume has been decreasing on the monthly bias since December 2024? Kevin, okay, so when we're looking at the monthly chart, so the first thing I'll say is Bitcoin is pretty much done, right? We have to have a perspective. We have to have the perspective that Bitcoin since 2022 was at $16,000. You know what I mean? And in a very short amount of time has already done a 6x in not that long at all. Okay? So when we're looking on, let's break it down like this. If I look on the 5-hour chart and I see something on the 5-hour chart, that can take weeks and months to play out. I would say days to weeks is the highest probability, but sometimes months. If I look on the daily chart, that can take weeks to months to even years to play out. Maybe a quarter, right? Weeks to months is the highest probability when we're looking on the daily. When we look on the weekly chart, that takes, months to years to play out. And when we look on the monthly chart, like you're talking about, that takes years to play out. Okay, just frankly, that takes years to play out. So when you're articulating, what you're saying is basically we're getting a bearish divergence on the monthly time frame. I would agree with you. I don't think that Bitcoin has that much gas left in it. I think that Bitcoin gets to 138K and it gets to $207,000. Those are my medium to parabolic case scenario, right? But what's going to happen with that last 50% move to that last 100% move is going to be the euphoria is going to follow. Okay? That last little bit of the move is where the euphoria is going to follow. So yes, what you're saying basically is Bitcoin is starting to have a pattern on a bigger time frame that, hey, it's in the beginning of the end. And to that, I would say I would agree. I don't think Bitcoin goes that much higher from here, 138 to 207. But the thing is, getting up to that 138 is when Ethereum, ADA, XRP, VeChain, all these others are going to go crazy bananas wild. And I think it's important to have a plan in place before we get there. Because if you're waiting, when we actually get into the euphoria, it's going to be hard to navigate this market. It's going to be very hard to navigate the market. Hopefully that makes sense. But listen, I would agree with you. Like, is there a bearish divergence on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin? Yes, there is. How long is that going to take to play out? I would say bare minimum, 6 months to play out. Bare bones. And then what can happen in 6 months? We know what can happen in 6 months. A lot can happen in 6 months. But in all likelihood, that's like, you're talking 18 months. Hey, Ski, thoughts on LCX? I like LCX. $1 to $2 easily. How much easier after 100K do you think? It becomes a lot easier. The first 100K definitely is the hardest. Like, if you're trying to change your life, going from 0 to 100K is exponentially harder than going from, I would say, 0 to 10K is very hard. 10K to 100K is extremely hard. And then going from 10K, or excuse me, going from 100K to a million is easier than going from 10K to 100K. To me, that is the most difficult jump that you can make. And once you get past that, I want to say you've made it, but you are definitely on a different path and a different track. 200K is double. Quant prediction, 300, 700, 1300. ZBAC, bro, I would not be investing in ZBAC. Listen, it already did a 9x in 45 days. It gave you a year at that price. It gave you a year at that price. We're already at 11,000 likes, guys. We will do a free portfolio exit strategy for somebody if we get this live stream to 60,000 likes. So spam that like button, hit that share so other people can spam the like button, and we will do a giveaway if we get to 60,000 likes by the end of this live stream. And by the way, I do have a 4th of July sale going on right now with a portfolio review, exit strategy, lifetime access to my course, lifetime access to my exclusive Telegram group. That price until tomorrow is $176.60 for all of that. And I have one slot available for the 13 coaching calls with everything else mentioned before. So that's 9 Solana. I have one slot available, and that will fill up the 7 slots because I don't want to have too many. I want to make sure I over deliver, basically. I'm a busy guy, so I have 7 total slots. There's one slot available if you want to get the 13 one-on-one coaching calls. There's one slot available until tomorrow. All right. What was quant? It was 300, 700, 1300. Correction to 96K. Correction to 96K is possible. I do not think it is probable. I do not think it's plausible. Right? So this was probably it, right? And we know this too because this was the ABC correction. You had your ABC correction, and we went all the way to $98,300. My target was $97,000. Could we get rejected here, roll over, and go to 96? That's possible, but I don't think it's plausible or probable, if that makes sense. Like, it would take something crazy in order for that to happen. And I want you to think about it practically, too. Like, it's easy to just throw out numbers. But I want you to think about it practically like this, too. Like, forget about TA. What was the event that took us here? It was literally, like, I'm not being hyperbolic here. It was literally the United States was dropping bombs. World War III was on the brink of happening. Okay? That's what took us to 98,000. I don't know what is going to take us lower. And I don't really want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a certain point, it doesn't even matter anyways. So I don't think that is probable or plausible. Anything is possible, but I don't think it's a likely scenario. And I don't think that there's even a... I don't think that it has much to it. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of gas to that. What's involved in the portfolio review? It's a personalized exit strategy based off of your portfolio, as well as like pointers as to what I would do. Maybe you're a little maybe you're a little over diversified, maybe you're a little under diversified, maybe you don't have enough exposure to this. Maybe I would consider that. Just little tweaks. That's mainly what entails with it. Thanks for becoming a subscriber, Paul. Appreciate you. What's your price target for NCT? I longed uni at 7.6. Should I have waited? I don't think so. Uni low-key is one of the best, one of the better ones. Thank you for the gifts, you savages. Pat's World, thanks for the mustaches, the hat and mustaches. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses, the hearts, and the goats, you savages. Do you trade or buy and hold? I do both. 90% of my portfolio is buying and holding. 10% is trading, is swing trading. I will be in trades for weeks, if not months at a time, though. I do not sit here and make 5-7 insertion trades per day. That's not what I do. I think that there's more beneficial things to do with your time. Gavsdad, thank you for the roses, brother. I appreciate you. Do you think ETH hits 2,700 today? I don't know about today, but I think this week, yes. I do think that this week that happens. My next target for Ethereum is 2,900. Bro, how to know if something isn't a breakout or a fake out? Pay attention to what I like to pay attention to is body closes. Right? And you just have to give it a little bit of discretion. Especially like on the weekly or the 3-day is a good indication too. So if you go on the 3-day, okay, so like Ethereum, like if we go on the 5-hour, okay, here's an example of like, all right, let me back up here and let me articulate this as cleanly as I can. Okay. So to me, this was a bear trap fake out, right? And we lost this range and now we're back into it. Okay, but if you look at this on the 5-hour, this is like, oh, we lost it. Good night, Charlene. Open up your shorts. If you look on the daily, though, it only lost it by 2 candles that were not touching it at all. And if you look at the 3-day, there was never a candle that was not touching this trend. So generally the daily is good, but the 3-day definitely is good. And what I would have thought this would have been a confirmed breakdown if we would have got a full daily 3-day body close below this. Like this was all below it, but it had this point that was still in it. You know what I mean? That's what I like to see. I like to pay attention to the bodies, not the wicks. Shakira, the hips don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. ETH dropped to 24.30 to grab liquidity before taking off. Are you asking me if it's going to do that, or are you telling me that that's what it just did? What's next for Solnic development? What's next is getting whitelisted for staking. So the number is growing every single day. Over 5% is completely locked up and staked for over 2 years. So 5% of the total supply that can ever exist is already locked up. So that number is continuing to grow. We're going to get it whitelisted on Solana and Phantom, so it doesn't give you an error message. That is the next thing. I don't know when the on-chain is going to be done with their stuff, but that is the very next thing. And then we're going to continue to work on the other dApps, such as the stablecoin, such as the swap app, such as lending, borrowing, and we already have staking. So staking is available right now. You're asking, okay, no, I don't think that happens because it already happened, right? So to me, this was a bear trap. We could go back to 2,500. That wouldn't be weird. But to me, this was a bear trap. And I talked about this a week ago on the 25th, actually. You can see one of my, here we go. So I talked about this on the 25th. I said ETH 2600 will confirm a bear trap, continuation to 3300. That's what you could see where we were at. And now we have already done that. So we could back test the bottom of this range, but I don't think we're going to go all the way back down there. Actually, I think that the next plausible move for Ethereum is going to be to the top of the range, which is about 2,900. Will ETH hit 3K soon? I think so. I think so. Do you think Bitcoin can drop to 108 before going to 118? Absolutely. Bitcoin could go all the way to 105, and nothing would be different. For sure. What's your uni price targets? Absolutely. It could go to 108 for sure. Man, yeah, uni low-key has like been one of the stronger performers. It's just been in this uptrend. So I think the next thing is taking this out. Micro targets is about $9.33. That's going to be my micro targets. My macro is going to be retracement of $13 and then parabolic of $41. And then in the bigger parabolic is $110. So those are, but the next micro target, if you're doing leverage, I think is 930. Spam that like button, guys. We're at 25,000 likes. I will do a free portfolio review / exit strategy for somebody if we get this live stream to 60,000 likes. I will do one free one. So make sure you guys spam that like button, hit that share so other people can spam the like button and hit the share and drop a follow. One of my favorite lines of all time, making money is more important than being right. 100%, brother. I could not agree more. VeChain. VeChain is one of my top blue chip plays right now. 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents. Those are my macro targets. Let's check out SUI and then SEI. I haven't looked at SUI in a little bit. What in the hootin' tootin' tarnation? It's harder than two cats wrestling in a pair of Ugg boots. You hate to see it. Okay, so this was clear distribution. We talked about this. Your buying climax, your up thrust, your UTAD. Clear distribution was taking place for SUI back in November, December, January. Buying climax, up thrust, UTAD. Right? That's what all this is. This is clear distribution. This is your markdown, accumulation, selling climax, secondary test in phase B, and then your spring. That is clear and concise Wyckoff accumulation, which is what measures a bottom. And now, in my opinion, it's working on the sign of strength, back test of the prior range, and now maybe even the mark up. My targets for, you're talking a 77% move, 178% move, as high as a 3x. So basically 1 to 3x is my target for SUI from here. But I do think that the bottom is in for SUI. What's good, Baba? Skeeta, man, the best crypto bro out there right now. Keep killing it, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. High grounds. Are you foregone? It's a foregone conclusion. H-bar, macro, and micro. XLM is $1.11, $2.22. I haven't looked at H-bar in a little bit. Ski. If $4 is most probable, is ICP most probable 100 or $38? I think $38 is more probable for ICP, yes. I don't think $100 is the most probable, although I do think it's very plausible, very likely, but I do think the highest probability is $38. All right, so it already went all the way to the 2618 on the just shy of the 2618 on the parabolic market cap. Marked down, it's now in accumulation. I would classify this as your selling climax, secondary test, your spring. The next thing is going to be getting back to $10 billion market cap for your sign of strength. That's about a 50% move. And then getting to about $31 billion market cap would be parabolic. From here, that's about a 4x. Solnic is looking ripe. I agree. Solnic is my number one 100x play. My targets for Solnic are 10 cents, bare bones, $1, $5.89. XCN and Solnic have the same chart. I went over this, but they're both in Wyckoff accumulation in phase C. I do like XCN from here. What's a good cheap stock to get into? I'm not really into stocks like that. VeChain, 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents. Ondo, that is the contract address for Solnic, is XTZ9 is the last four. All right, guys, we're at 37,000 likes. If we can get this to 60,000 likes, I will do a free portfolio review for somebody with a personalized exit strategy. If we can get this live stream to 60,000 likes before it's time to sign out of here. So make sure you guys spam that like button, hit the share so other people can spam that like button. And I do have a 4th of July sale going on right now. If you want to get a personalized exit strategy, a one-on-one consultation, portfolio review, lifetime access to my course, lifetime access to my exclusive group, that is until tomorrow. The price is $176.60. If you're from the UK, you got to pay double. That's a joke. You don't got to pay double, but the price is basically 1.1 Solana. Until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. All right. What was I looking at? Ondo. So tomorrow at midnight is the last day of the sale. And we'll do midnight Central Time. So you got until midnight to make up your mind. Solana, my targets for Solana is 420 blazing, bear case, 510 medium, and then 600 is my parabolic case. All right, Ondo looks pretty good. This is your accumulation. Secondary test in phase B. I would classify that. We might get a LPS would be back to basically where we're at right now, and we might get a spring, which would take us to about $1.85 billion market cap if you're lucky, blessed, and highly favored. So that would take you about another 20% correction if you were to get a spring, which it's 50-50. But sign of strength is going to take you to about 42% move from here. And then parabolic, the next leg is about a 3x from here. You're the best person in crypto, brother. You always give us everything you have. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, brother. I do my best. I'm not always correct. I admit when I'm wrong. I admit my mistakes, and I'm always trying to learn, grow. And really, my mission here is not to be anyone's savior. I am not the savior, okay? The savior already came. It wasn't me. If you look to me, you can go to hell as my who said that? My Pentecostal pastor said, if you look to me to be the example, you can go to hell. So I'm not the example, but I do my best, and I try to bring as much value to you guys as I possibly can. I'm not perfect. I admit my mistakes, but my mission is to help you help yourself and to liberate yourself, to teach you how to fish rather than fish for you. That's not my goal as to be anyone's savior. That's not what I'm here to do. All right. Can you check Beam, bro? I got you. Can you do Whiff? Got you, brother. So make sure you guys drop a follow. If you see that pink plus icon, make sure you guys hit it. It's free. Support your boy. All right. Beam looks really good, or Whiff, excuse me. Whiff looks really good. This is your markdown. This is a steep markdown. Accumulation, sign of strength, back test of the prior range. Gorgeous. Chef's kiss. Absolutely gorgeous. Retracement is $2.20. Parabolic is $10. So there you go. Whiff looks pretty good. Not going to lie. I like that you don't go cocky or push anything on anyone. I can be, listen, I pretend like I'm humble, but if given the opportunity, I will brag, okay? I will humbly brag upon myself. It's something I'm working on, okay? I'm working on being more humble. You know, it's a New Year's resolution. Be more humble, okay? Sit down. Be humble. All right, Beam, and then we'll look at Rose, and then we'll look at Polkadot, XRP, $5, $8, $12 are my targets for those. We're already at 52,000 likes, guys. 8 more thousand likes, and we will do a giveaway live on the air for a full free portfolio review. If you don't win, don't worry. There's a 4th of July sale going on with a exit strategy, portfolio review, one-on-one consultation, lifetime access to my course, and lifetime access to my exclusive group. That is for $176.60 until tomorrow at midnight. That is when the sale ends. So you got a couple of hours to figure out. All right, retracement. Again, same thing. This is distribution, markdown, accumulation, selling climax, secondary test, even your spring. This is already in phase C of Wyckoff accumulation, I would say. It's somewhere in this neck of the woods. And then the sign of strength is going to be next, chopping for a little bit before starting phase E. So that will take you. The sign of strength is going to be about 1.3 cents. It's going to look something like this. Boom. It'll look something like that. And then retracement is 2.3 cents. Parabolic for Beam is 10 cents. Where can I get it? Send me a DM. Yeah, if you guys want that, send me a DM. We'll set that up because I don't have the sale on my website. You just have to send me the Solana or PayPal or Venmo, whatever. The sale is a manual sale, okay? Emmanuel. All right. Let's check out Rose. We're at 57,000 likes, guys. We're almost there to 60,000 likes. Rose looks good too. Rose looks exactly like Beam. Come on now. Tell me that ain't the same chart. Tell me this ain't the same chart. Retracement in the micro is 12 cents. Parabolic in the micro is 43 cents. And that is the macro retracement is 38 cents. And then the macro parabolic is $1.45 to $2. I really like Rose here. Man, Rose is rounding out. It has officially broken from this downtrend. I might try it one more again on a long on Rose. What do you think about SPX 6900? I don't mind SPX 60K ski. All right, 60K. Good job, you guys. Good job, you guys. All right, we're gonna do a free. We're gonna do a giveaway right now. I'm gonna write a number on my hand. Do not start until I tell you to start. Okay, I'm gonna write a number on my hand. When I say go, let me say it again. When I say go, the first person to guess it right gets a free portfolio review exit strategy. Okay? All right. All right. I have wrote a number on my hand. The first person to guess the number is going to get a free portfolio review exit strategy. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go. It is not 10. It is not 9. Not 70. Not 47. Not 56. Not 5. Not 55. Not 9. Not 73. Not 42. Not 53. Not 70. Oh, my man Alex. Alex is the winner. Wait. Winner, winner. Alex Peckham. I don't know if you can see this. 27. Congratulations, brother. My God, I shouldn't have put it on my left hand. 27 was the number. Congratulations, brother. You are the winner. Let me make sure no one on YouTube got it too. ARG, I'm going to give ARG credit if he was the first one. Okay. We're going to say Alex and ARG. Alex, ARG, you know who you are. You got YouTube. ARG gets credit as well. There's too many people. So send me a DM and we'll set that up. You guys want a free not the consultation. You get the free portfolio review exit strategy. All right, so send me a DM. We'll set that up. And there is a sale going on right now until tomorrow at midnight. $176 for a consultation, one-on-one, portfolio review, exit strategy, lifetime access to my course, lifetime access to the exclusive Telegram group. So if you guys want that, send me a DM and we will set that up. All right. I have one more slot available for the 13 calls. So one-on-one coaching for 13 separate calls. There's one slot available if you want that. Congratulations, Alex. Everyone started saying 27. They're spamming it. Do not redeem. Flux targets still the same. Flux targets are still the same. You guys freaking killed it, bro. I can't believe you guys got it that quickly. I need to up the ante tomorrow. We'll do another one tomorrow. How about that? Tomorrow it's 75K. 75K, and you got 1 hour. And then that's probably going to be the last one. He says, nah, y'all communicating. Bro, I wrote it on my hand. If I'm communicating, it's verbal communication. It's nonverbal. Nonverbal communications. Alex used voodoo to win. Oh, my God. He says he used voodoo to win. All right, SEI. Before I head to bed, I got you, Grizzly. The Grizzly. I think I did SEI, didn't I? What's the inflation on SEI? This looks good. Markdown accumulation. It's already in an uptrend now. It has broken this downtrend clearly. Higher high, higher high, higher low. Can we make another higher low again? I don't know the answer to the question. What can we, the community, do to get Solnic to $5.89? Continue to DCA every single week. That is going to be a big thing. There is no bigger advertiser than a chart. Okay, continue to DCA every single week. Continue to raid on Twitter. Continue to raid on TikTok. Continue to raid on CoinMarketCap. And just have patience. And just trust the process. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's going to be a straight line up. And there's not going to be any bumps in the roads, but just trust the process and trust that no one in this space works harder than me. I don't know that what's CoinMarketCap is doing. No one works harder than me, and I'm not going to quit anytime soon, ever. As long as there is blood pumping through my veins, I will. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the inflation on SEI is. We will continue to. All right, retracement, 49 cents. Parabolic, $1.68. Tay says, I asked the other day about when the next recession. You said 2029. You expect Bitcoin too? I don't know. I don't know because I don't know what's going to cause it. I would imagine, right? I would imagine that it's going to have some sort of pullback. Like it's the most volatile asset in the world. It has pullbacks just randomly. So pretending like, you know, the world's in a great recession, the Great Depression 2.0, pretending like Bitcoin's going to be immune to that, I think is silly. But I don't know. It could be the transition from the dollar to Bitcoin. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see when we get there closer. But I will be accumulating Bitcoin aggressively in that time period. I will tell you that much. And to me, that is not the time to be afraid and the time to go on defense. The time is to prepare and accumulate a stack and set yourself up to go on offense during that time. To me, that is the move. That is the meta. ETH 5,000 possible. I think so. Does Wyckoff still work on dead projects like Soba? Not really, no. Not really, especially when there's no leader. My targets for Ethereum are 3,300 low, 7,200 medium, and 12,000 is my highest parabolic level. XYO 5, 10, 20 cents. 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, low, medium, high for that. We close to a breakout. I think we're super close. We are as close as we can be without actually doing it. We have untapped demand 102, 103. Wyckoff insider said maybe. I think that's like if someone said, "Are we going to go back to 96?" I don't think so. But if you're asking me, can we get rejected off of here? Let's say we don't break out. Which, my God, we're at 109. We're as close as we can get. But let's say we get rejected. Can we come back to 103? Sure. Yeah, that's definitely on the table. LCX good spot buy right now. I think so. Can you do Pengu, please? Rose again. Ski, I missed it. Is Pengu going to 25x? XYO, I just did it. 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents. XRP, $5, $8, $12. Stock market at all-time high. Bitcoin's going to run. That's right, Tay. That's correct. Listen, typically what we see is 45 days within an all-time high of the stock market. Bitcoin does the same. That's what we see. That's what we see. I agree. This man knows ball, as the kids say. Pengu. This man knows ball. Bro, dent, please. All right, I got you. Okay, Pengu made a higher high. Wyckoff accumulation. Sign of strength. Back test. It's already put in a higher high. Retracement is 3 cents. Parabolic is 11 cents. Is it going to 25x? I think maybe a 10x. What's good, broski? What is up, fam? Good to see you, bro. All right, let's check out Dent. Who's better, Jordan or LeBron? Better at what? Are you saying overall player, or are you saying like better at what? Overall player, listen. Overall player, I don't think it's close. Like one-on-one, Michael Jordan was 190 pounds, 6'6". LeBron James is 6'9", 260 pounds. He's just as fast. He can jump higher. He can shoot better. He can pass better. He has better handles. He's a better defender. I think Jordan is a better scorer, a better mentality. I think Jordan has that, that Mamba mentality, as the kids say. But LeBron is a better overall player. LeBron can guard 1 through 5. Jordan is a great defender, but he can only guard 1 through 3. He's not going to guard a center the same way that LeBron can. All right. But listen, this is what it is. Either you have Jordan at 1 or you have LeBron at 1, and you have Jordan at 2 or you have LeBron at 2. Any other take, I'm not listening to you. If you have LeBron like outside the top 5, you have Michael outside the top 5, you're crazy. I'm not listening to you. All right, retracement 001 for Dent. That's a 1.5x. That's the micro retracement. Micro parabolic is 004. And then the macro is 1 cent and then 7 cents. Jordan didn't flop like her blonde. Jordan invented the flop. He went to the ref. He said, he fouled me, ref. And he said, I didn't see it, Jordan. Are you sure? He said, yeah. All right. He blew his whistle. He invented the flop. Wilt was better than both. Leroy Jenkins. Thoughts on Robinhood announcement? It's a big deal. Polkadot. Did I not do Polkadot? I thought I did it. Polkadot looks really, really, really good. How many X's do we got? I'm going to say 5X minimum, 20X maximum. He says, Mahomes or Watson, dog pound massage parlor. Give me Watson. Watching the stream while driving. Be careful, brother. My dude Ski, what's up, brother? What's up? Good to see you. I'd be happy with if I got a 20X. Dude, a 20X on anything is good. Litecoin is actually better than Polkadot. I like them both. Link is number one. I like Link too. I live in an and world, not an or world. Can you explain the close for Bitcoin at 110? The close is at 7 p.m. Central Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If we get a 110 daily body close, that would be confirmation of a breakout, in my opinion. You do quant yet? Yes, 300, 700, 1300, low, medium, high. LeBron better at crying. How many X's can Ondo do? 1 to 3X. What happens if it closes right below? Then we'll have to wait till tomorrow. Ski, go eat now. Make sure you guys spam the like button, hit the share. Drop a follow so other people can spam the like button, hit the share. I go live every single day. It is about my dinner time. Jordan could win a championship with Luka. Bro, he's 40 years old. Do you know what Jordan was at 40? Link 10X. I think so. All right, guys. Reminder. You have one more day to catch the sale. There's a 4th of July sale for a portfolio review, consultation, personalized exit strategy, lifetime access to my course, and lifetime access to my exclusive group. One more day on that. It's $176.60. Hit me up in the DMs if you want to set that up. And I have one more slot available for that. Everything that I just mentioned, but 13 one-on-one coaching calls. I have one slot available. If you're interested in that slot or setting up the 4th of July sale, hit me up in the DMs. I will never message you first. Those are scammers. Make sure you guys drop a follow. I'll be live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time. We go live every single day, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. I will be live this Saturday as well, just because I was away and I was late. So we'll be live this Saturday. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I will never, ever, ever, ever message you first. Those are scammers. For the love of God, do not get scammed. I'm not going to message you. I'm not going to ask you how your trading going. None of that stuff, all right? I'll message you back if you message me, but I'm not going to message you first, all right? I'll be live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time. Oh, hold on. We will do another giveaway tomorrow. So if you want to try to get that, you can get that. It'll be 75,000 likes. That's going to be the bounty. 75,000 likes, and we'll do another giveaway. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for this